What's up, guys? It's Brandon Flash. Today we're here with my Rivian R1T, and as you can see, my Rivian Crossbars that go on the bed, they're kind of just stuck there. I have them wrapped in a moving blanket, and they kind of move around. So I have a new product from a company called Soonish that allows you to secure them at the front of your bed for when you're not having them in use. So this is going to be a quick DIY install kind of product overview. Not sponsored. I paid for these. We're going to install them, see how they are, so that way my bed can be a little bit less of a mess. Apologies if there's any wind noise. It's a cold and windy day here, but I wanted to get this done. So here you can see my Rivian Crossbars. So they're kind of just shoved up here. I have them jammed because I have this bin that I keep some miscellaneous stuff in my bed, and I have them jammed up against this front wall of the bed and wrapped in a moving blanket so that way they're not making noise. So I'm going to start by just kind of moving all of this out of the way so that we can access this front panel. And then I believe these just use existing mounting points is my understanding, but I'm not 100% sure. And then they also give you this little 3D printed piece that goes between the bars so that they don't chatter or anything. So got some basic tools, some sockets, plier or vice grips. Probably you should use a wrench of sorts, but we're gonna make this work. And hopefully it's not too tricky, but let's start by moving some stuff out of the way. And if you're watching this video and you own a Rivian and you're wondering about kind of some other accessories, I actually have a whole video going through a ton of the different accessories, charging, protection, kind of value adds, lifting pads, all sorts of stuff that you may want if you own a Rivian. And I'll link that video down below and up above as well. But highly recommend you check that video out if you're watching this, because if you're watching this, you'll probably appreciate that video as well. So first step, remove these little covers, just like that there. They just pop off, use a little screwdriver, knife, whatever. Pop those off. Then we're gonna take those bolts out, they're 10 millimeters. And then we're just going to bolt that on, it's that simple. So those are on there fairly tight. It'll come off with this washer here, make sure to hang on that. We're gonna be not reusing these bolts, but we are gonna be putting the washer back so that way everything stays nice and secure. But they do include some new hardware, so these bolts here, and then that's what we're going to be using to secure it, and then we'll have to kind of do the final assembly on these units so that way they're set to go. So let's get to it. So we've got the new bolt, we've got the washer thing there, and then we're just going to set it right there, and then kind of loosely hand thread it and then tighten it down. All right, so we've got both of them on here. And then we've got these pieces of hardware remaining, so we're going to put those in a secure spot so that we don't lose them in case we ever want to put this back to stock. And I don't have these tightened fully, so these can move around a little bit because I'm going to put one bar on the top just to make sure that they're nice and kind of aligned. And then we have to install the bottom ones just like this, and then because otherwise they'll actually block the mounting point there. So it seems there's actually a bit more tolerance than I would expect. But I guess that means it's actually easier. So I'm just going to align these to be as straight up and down as I can, and then just tighten them down, and then we'll install these extra pieces. So here we have them installed, tightened down. These seem a little short, but I think they'll be fine. You'll want to have it turned so that they're kind of football aimed kind of this way-ish, because that way they're, that they're kind of vertical like that to match how the bars are on the side of the truck bed. So we're going to spin all of those, and then we're going to put the bars on. Just like that. We'll start with the bottom one. A little tricky to do this with one hand, but we'll make it work. Just like that, and then we'll make sure it's fully clicked in place, just like that. In theory, you could lock these on here too, but I feel like that's probably a little unnecessary in most cases. We'll put this little piece there, because that's kind of the spacer of sorts to prevent chattering. We've got our other crossbar. It's, again, a bit tricky with one hand. So I'm going to set this down, and then I'll show you the result. Well, and here we have the end result. I'm very curious to see if there's any chatter or anything, but I think it should be fine. You could, in theory, slot some stuff up here in front of the bars as well. And then you actually can use things like a front fork mount for a bike. So if you wanted to just like have the fork clamped on here and use one that's mounted on here, that's another use that's listed for it. But it's nice to have kind of a secure spot to actually have your crossbars live. I need to put my bin back kind of along the side. I might actually put it along the side now. Now that I don't have to have those clamped in place, I think that might be a little bit better. But curious what you guys think. And here's how my bed is at the moment. Very much subject to change. Just kind of strap this, looped a small bungee cord there, around there, and then connected the two. Very temporarily have a tent living in my bed, just in case it's needed. But you can see tonneau cover still works and covers all of it, which is always nice. There we have that. My tonneau still works perfectly, knock on wood. But just wanted to shoot this quick video, show you guys how this is installed. It's about $70 for the product, so it's certainly not the cheapest thing, but for something that's fairly low volume, pretty well constructed. I think it seems like a pretty reasonable price. I'll include a link down in the description for you. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I paid full price for it. Don't have a referral code, anything like that. But I mean, if they reach out and they want to give me a discount code or something for you guys, I'll certainly share that in the pinned comment or whatever. But curious what you guys think. Do you just leave your crossbars on the roof, on the bed, whatever? I personally don't like leaving them on the bed because it makes the bed a bit less useful if you do need to actually haul bigger things in the bed. And then you have to remove them, and it's kind of just annoying at that point. But this way they're at least secure. I have them in the truck if needed. I can always just quick deploy them. You could even lock them there, as I mentioned. But yeah, the crossbars, they're not the quickest thing to take on and off, so I'd rather just have them off in general. But again, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one. Ended up driving around a little bit after I shot this video, and it turns out they don't chatter at all, which I'm really actually quite delighted with. My truck overall seems quieter, so I think the crossbars may have been chattering a bit how I had them previously without me even realizing it. So quite happy that these actually are like a noticeable improvement. Again, about $70 and not the cheapest thing, but for an 80-ish plus $1,000 truck to spend another $70 to have a nice way to mount your crossbars. I mostly didn't want to have to schlep them up to my apartment to store them, so having them just kind of at the truck. But I think my next project is organizing my gear tunnel, because that is a bit of a mess, I've realized. So hopefully this is helpful.